in my podcast.
Okay, keep that in.
Yeah, you gotta keep that in.
So, welcome to Alamo City Geek Speak. My name is Justin.
I'm Pete.
This is Jarrod.
And I'm Brandon.
And we are back with another episode today. We're just kind of like sitting around. We want to kind of introduce you to some other people. You already know Brandon. You don't know Jarrod. He's another guy. And then, of course, you know me, Pete. Me and Pete. No, me, Pete.
Me, Pete. You, Justin.
Me, Pete. Me, Pete. You, Justin. Today's episode, we're just going to kind of talk about some shitty shooters. I think everybody knows about shitty shooters. Call of Duty, anybody? And after that, I don't... What do you got, Pete?
I got a beanie and a hoodie.
Well, that's what he's got. So we're going to start the episode the same way we always do.
The same way?
The same way, the same which.
This is what happens when you do things off the cuff.
But you know what? It's dangerous. I know that. But James Bond never has a plan, neither do we. So we're going to start this off the same way we always do. Pete, what have you been doing for the past week?
Fallout 4. A lot of Fallout 4. I'm anywhere near the end of the game as far as the regular story goes. So don't spoil shit. Especially if we post this and somebody posts a comment, I will literally find you and kill you.
We will unfriend you.
Yeah, we will unfriend you.
We will unsubscribe to your shit.
That's right. And that's basically it. Been playing a lot of Fallout 4. I put in 24 hours in the past 4 days, so it's almost like a second job.
God.
Too bad you can't get paid for that.
Too much.
Do they pay
Too
you in
much.
caps?
They pay me in
Raider blood?
Raider blood.
Okay.
Oh, those big old mosquito blood sacks.
Oh, fuck. My proboscis is bigger than yours.
Yeah, man. I hate those assholes, man.
Dude, you know what? I came across a legendary one, and I was like, I'm going to kill you. But then he had his 4 little buddies,
Yeah.
and they poisoned the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So they all got me, and my health is just going down, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, Jarrod has no idea what we're talking about because he hasn't played Fallout. He's not poor. It's just he hasn't played Fallout yet because his parents don't love him. Jarrod, what?
They didn't buy you a game, you adult.
What have you been doing, Jarrod?
I've just been sharpening my skills on Super Smash Bros. Since they announced the release of a new character. So
Who's that new character?
that new character, as everybody knows, is Cloud Strife.
You know, when they told me that they're going to announce a new character, I was serious. I was almost 100% certain it was going to be Mario and Luigi's other brother. No one knows about his other brother. You guys know about him?
Phil?
Mario, Luigi, and Paul.
I was saying his name is Bill. Yeah, it's like Bill the plumber. And
No, Bill's a bullet, Justin. They can't have two of the same name.
he's a plumber, Brandon.
So they got Bullet Bill and Bill the Plumber?
Yeah.
That's going to confuse readers.
Yeah.
Christmas parties are not fun. It's always like Bill opens his gift. He's like, I didn't want this gun. It's like, oh, sorry, that's for me. And it's like,
But there was already Bullet Bill, so they don't call Bill the Mario brother.
They
They
just
don't
call
call
him
him Bill.
William?
They call him by his middle name, Chuck.
Bill Chuck the plumber, dude. He is so from the furthest part of the South ever. He got past that part.
Well, Justin, his middle name's actually Charles, but they go by Chuck.
So Bill Charles.
Bill Charles.
He got past the part of calling him Tommy Joe or Jimmy Bob. Now
Bill
it's Bill Chuck. My name's Bill Chuck the plumber. I got long ass
Tell me
crack.
that wouldn't look like sweet on the back of a pickup truck.
Bill Chuck
right
Services.
above a metal rebel flag. Just Bill Chuck. Come get some.
Come get some.
He shows up to the beginning of a level of beat-up-ass pickup truck.
Right? He's like, you look pretty nice above my fireplace.
Dude, does he have the lift and the fucking flag off the really tall flag off the CB radio hanging off the top?
Right. And he of course
He's got those hunting lights on that rack on the top.
bunch of fucking fire flowers in the back of it.
when you press R, the horn goes off.
Exactly like that.
He's got plungers in his
pretty
gun
good.
rack.
Why? You know what? Let's stop this, Jarrod. What else have you been doing?
Enough of Bill Chuck.
It's really just been Super Smash Brothers. Revisited A Link Between Worlds a little bit, so waiting for.
So you're relinking with Link of the
Yeah,
World.
absolutely. Your joke was so fresh.
Yeah, you know what?
That was a good one.
That's what they call me, Mr.
Bill Chuck, everybody.
Bill Chuck approve it is, boy.
They call me Mr. Febreze, and thank you very much, Mr. Bill Chuck.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Coming in with that.
All right, bye, Bill Chuck.
Bye, Bill Chuck.
See you later, guys.
All right, Bill Chuck's gone.
Going home, be a turtle.
Oh shit, he's on fire. Sorry, man.
What about you, Brandon?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of gaming because I haven't had anyone to play with recently. Everyone's been playing Fallout 4, but I am right now in between checks, and bills come first. Not Bill Chuck.
Not Bill Chuck.
Just like, worky job bills. The kind you got to pay. You got energy or whatever. You got to get electricity.
Jared hasn't played Fallout, so I mean.
No, well, you haven't played Destiny with me either.
Yeah,
I'm still playing Destiny. People bite me. And so I
A year after release.
Yeah, year 2. So that's whatever. And so I mean, I guess not a lot of gaming. I've been playing some more guitar again recently, which is something I felt I've been neglecting. It's just been sitting over here by my computer, and I don't really do anything with it.
It's like Guitar Hero, but like better.
Oh, we did get Guitar Hero Live.
We did it.
And it's insanely hard.
It is hard.
Have you
Yeah,
played
it's
it?
so
Have you
hard,
played it
yeah.
since?
I did play it a couple times, yeah.
It's like stupid.
But it's still really hard because it's got that 6 button, like the 3 on top, 3 on bottom combination, and there's
Sounds
bar
like a bad
chords.
time.
It's a lot like you feel a lot more accomplished when you actually like get chords and stuff right, like because you feel like you're actually switching chords like a real guitar. Trust me, I'm a guitarist.
Have you got that
And,
GHTV thing to work yet?
The what?
GHTV?
No, I don't have PlayStation Plus at the
that
moment. Like I said, I'm poor, and yeah, so that's been pretty much it. I've just been waiting for stuff to happen. I need to get Battlefront and Fallout 4, and then my life will be complete.
Do you think Yngwie Malmsteen would play Guitar Hero live?
No, he'd be like, "Oh, the
probably-
stupidest game is dildos."
I told you I don't play fucking Guitar Heroes!
Probably not, since all of his songs are in fucking rock bands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're insanely difficult.
Yeah, I heard they paid him in donuts, and he loves donuts.
Yngwie Malmsteen hates donuts.
they used to call him.
He loves crepes instead.
What he does like
So you like tiny pancakes?
says that you like really thin pancakes.
But actually, they're really not even that bad. I mean, they're kind of like little pancakes.
John C. Reilly, where'd you come from?
Later, guys. I gotta go.
I'm from a different movie.
Hey, that was better than Justin's Billy Crystal the other day.
Oh, dude, like,
atrocious.
I gotta say though, I really like Justin's Billy Crystal. Justin, could you do it for us again?
of course I can. I'm Billy Crystal. This is the stuff I do.
That is really good. And if you don't think that's good,
Go see Bill Chuck.
Go see Bill Chuck.
I didn't deny it was like I wasn't saying it was terrible. It's just awful that you did it.
is it awful that he can do it?
the best part
nobody
is-
should be able to do that.
Like
It's just Billy Crystal, so it's awful.
But the worst part
everybody's
is,
got that weird thing about him, and I guess
I don't
that's
watch
justice.
any of those movies that he's in, though. So, like,
Monsters Inc.
Never
I-
seen
but-
City Slickers too.
I've seen it, but he's like, hey, where's the gold at? I'm looking for the gold.
or the
Let's
first one
go.
with the cows.
You're just taking the premise of the movie and applying.
I
any
never
quote
said
to
I
it.
was good
Like, if
at
it's
movies
Monsters
with
Inc., you're
that.
like, hey, I'm a monster. I can't obviously.
Put that thing back. I can't. I fucked it up plenty of times. I just gave up.
So, Justin, what have you been doing?
I have been playing a lot of Fallout 4.
Oh my god!
Okay, seriously.
played it before everybody else got to play.
Okay, so first of all,
I didn't even give a shit because I've already beaten it.
bitter bitch. I'm just saying, like, I'm enjoying the game. And you know what? Right now, Pete, I feel like I gotta spoil some shit for you.
Nah, man, you can't spoil
Like,
anything.
like the part where it turns out
you opened this door.
the part where it turns out a super mutant has been pulling the strings in the background the whole time,
God.
and he's like, "I am your god now," and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Liam Neeson."
And we just lost half our viewer base because Justin pissed off all the Fallout 4 fans.
Okay,
Moving
seriously,
on.
there's literally if you believe that, I will also say
it was like the end of Mario Brothers 3, I think it was.
When Bill Chuck
when
came
it,
out.
no, when it turns out the whole thing was just like Mario's dream, and it's like none of that happened, but we still got Shy
You're
Guys
like-
out of it
Why did I waste my life playing this game?
because Shy Guys. That was that one that was like a different Japanese game
No.
until they like changed it to a
Oh,
Mario.
yeah.
Just
type game.
Wasn't that Mario? Wasn't it part 2 though?
Yeah.
Was it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was part
just
2.
to, well,
I'm
well,
not
you know, here's
caught
the
up
thing,
on my
though.
Mario.
Wasn't that movie not even made by like Hitaru Samurai? What's his name?
Hitaru Samurai?
Wait, what?
The
Shigeru Miyamoto?
Shigeru Miyamoto. See, I'm just saying, like,
Gitaru Samurai.
I know it.
Real quick though, it's a badass name.
Hitaru Samurai?
Okay, let's not do any impressions because I know you're working on one right now, Jared. I can see it in your eye. You
Hopefully
want
that's something
please.
racist.
He's a put in the chords!
That's what I'm saying. Shink, shink. I said shink, by the way. Just with an S. Like
goes our entire Asian
like when
fan
you
base.
say like Wolverine stuff. I always feel weird when I like try to put some kind of onomatopoeic sound behind fucking Wolverine's claws. I'm like schnick. I said schnick. I said schnick.
Gitaru Samurai disapprove.
Okay, so why are you doing this? Anyway, so no, like
He laughs like Billy Crystal.
I need you to shut the fuck up. Anyway, shut the fuck up. So real quick, I just want to qualify that Fallout 4 with this. Although the Fallout universe has done a really good job of really screwing with your mind, that does not happen. I didn't spoil anything. If you get upset about the super mutant pulling strings in the background, you should stop playing Fallout because weird shit happens.
I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but I saw that there was like a map posted online. It was kind of like to give you the background on like the Fallout universe, and it tells how the timeline about how everything happens.
Right.
And when the country gets divided into 13 commonwealths, Texas is still Texas. And I think that's really good.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, almost like we're the only ones that still get to be Texas.
So the other thing I want to see, like through every game, they always make mention of like hearing stories of a vault dweller from another city or whatever. I'm waiting for them to make
Dweller from another cellar.
Oh,
That was good.
yeah, that was pretty, Brandon, you're clever.
That was.
I'm on it. That's about the end of my wit tonight.
I'm pretty sure that Bill Chuck is jealous. Because he's a dumb lover. So that's really about it. Just playing video games. I think we all play a lot of video games. But as I mentioned before, today's episode is about shitty shooters. And I think there's the one that comes to mind for everybody. Maybe not for Pete, because Pete has something else in his canon waiting for us today.
Oh, hell yeah.
But we're just going to talk about... let's talk about Call of Duty first. So my question is, how long are we going to let this mediocrity reign over shooters? With Call of Duty, it's always like, but this time you have little, electronic bees that kills people. It's just they got to be like nanomachines, but they're bigger than nano, so it's like they're like the shuffle bees. They're bigger than the shuffle. Yeah. Anyways, so anyway, they come out and they break stuff, and they're like all bzz, bzz, electronic bees, and they break shit, and then
I would not be angry if I got attacked by a bee that went, I'm a drone.
right. It's
I'm a drone bee. Don't mind me. I'm not a drone.
I'm just a bee.
Which makes no sense because you'd still swat the shit out of a bee.
Dude,
I know. Like, you're talking to me? Hell no.
But the thing is, like, I guess when you pick your arm up, your arm opens up and these little things start flying out of your arm. And I get it, you're part robot or something.
What is this, like Deus Ex?
Damn.
Right?
Talking
Seriously,
bees.
Call of Duty's like, what can we steal from Deus Ex that isn't directly stealing? And Bobby Kotick comes in, everything. Because he's the devil. And like,
Did he really come in squinting and...
actually, compared to our other videos, he comes in the bathroom rubbing his nipples, saying everything.
There's a faint smell of brimstone.
Right? Like, it smells like someone just farted. It's like, no, that's just fucking...
Bobby's
That's our
walking by the
Bobby
office right now.
Those are stink rocks.
He's from Stink Rock. He's from hell, so that's what he does. No, but like but yeah, seriously, these shooters come out. They do the same thing. Battlefield fell into the same slump. It's like Hardline comes out, and Hardline is just a glorified piece of shit.
When the limited time I had with Hardline, I liked it because I liked the whole cops versus robbers, and you really felt like badass when you were like the cops, right? You were the law enforcement, and you just like slaughtered the shit out of these guys.
The one
it felt
thing
rewarding.
The one thing that didn't feel badass is when you have a shotgun and you bury 2 rounds in someone's chest. And they shoot you one time with a 3-round burst gun, and you die. The time to kill was really fucked.
Yeah, it was. I did experience some upsets, and I was just like, what the hell, man?
Mechanics are really bad in the beta too, because I remember going on a spree with like an M9 pistol, and I'm like, this shouldn't fucking happen.
Well, I mean, in real life it should happen, but in Battlefield it shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess. Well, even in Call of Duty too, like I guess like if we're talking about shady shooters, Part 4 wasn't bad.
The Part 4 is awesome.
Part 4 was like probably the best game that they've put out since Call of Duty 2.
Which one was part 4?
That one
That
was
was Modern Warfare.
That was Modern Warfare 1.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
All right, so that one was really good. Like, it was probably like the best online shooter at the time, aside from like Counter-Strike. And you can argue that pretty much up and down, because Battlefield 2 was also in that kind of slump on PC. but they didn't have that Call of Duty kind of like stuff on consoles. Like they just didn't have the same magic. But now you look at Call of Duty and it's like, well, we're just gonna rip off Modern Warfare 4 15 times successively and then just put out a game every fucking year.
But you know what made Modern Warfare, the first one, so great is the fact that it was a different type of game.
Right.
It all these attachments you can find to guns and all these different experiences, and plus, I mean, the game was gorgeous for the time it was.
It really was gorgeous, yeah.
Plus, the first level, Wet Work, was so neat. Like,
Right.
who didn't want to be on a sinking liner like that? Like,
It was
freighter.
tense. I thought that was pretty cool.
Right, and then the last mission.
The last mission was great. I was talking about this, but I don't know if it was with you or somebody else. The last mission's like excellent because like you literally knock down power lines to get to these terrorists that you're gonna kill before they start
Well, I was talking
doing
about
some
the
nuke
plane,
shit.
but still,
Oh well, that's the extra level. That's not the last level.
technically it's the last one you play.
Right, and it's a really good level too.
But no, you're right. Like the last mission was a long mission.
Yes.
And it made you feel like you're procedurally getting to this point where you can put Zakaev or whatever his name is like against the wall and like just really kill him.
Yeah.
And
It was just like grab his neck and just like watch the life leave his eyes.
this is your last day on Earth. Well, you
I'm just thinking about Jim Adler again.
Don't let this face be the last thing you see.
I want to watch the light leave your eyes. Heaven will hold his face against you.
And anyone that's listening, and I don't know if we've got any out-of-state listeners yet, but Jim Adler is just this insane Texas lawyer that has like late-night commercials. Just Google him. He's the Texas Hammer, and we've made up like so many like backstories about Jim Adler and how he's a cocaine-fueled rage addict or
El
something like that.
Marquillo Tejano.
Or my favorite whole thing for him is how he's like the holy avenger. I will seek retribution for you against your enemies.
Yes.
I can't tell if we just plugged Jim Adler or if he's about to sue us,
Hey,
but
why not?
something's about to happen.
I won't say why not both. This is the thing. This is the
Yeah,
thing.
freedom of speech.
If you guys are looking for a great ambulance chaser, look up Jim Adler.
Hey, he's got a building downtown. I think the dude makes money.
Have you seen this big one in Houston?
No, I haven't
Holy
seen that.
shit!
Okay,
right off
so
I-10.
one thing he doesn't mention is he paid for that front space and only the top floor. So it's not his building as
Hey,
much as
Justin,
his floor.
if you remember correctly, the man rented out an entire highway to stand on top of a truck and do a commercial.
That was on top
And,
of a
okay,
truck.
now-
I gotta
Are we-
give the guy props as well for doing his own Spanish in his Spanish commercials.
Yeah.
It's actually him.
Are we
doing
going
it,
to
you
say
know?
he rented out or just paid cops to block off the highway for a few hours?
Maybe
Or
there was
he
an
could just-
accident ahead and he already had some like work lined up because of the accident?
He's like, I'll tell you what, I'll cut your fees in half. You leave your accident here for a second.
Right, just bleed for a bit right here.
Mr. Adler, give me $20 to park the truck here.
Wow. You know what? The
He
best
can
part
do
is
that.
we
His
lost-
last name is
I can
lost-
do that.
We lost our Asian fan base. There go the Hispanics.
Nah, this is
It's the Mexicans, bro.
So here's the anyway. So my favorite part is how like Jim Adler always derails these conversations. Like seriously, whenever he shows up, it's
just so
now it's
fascinating.
Bill Chuck and Jim Adler. Good job, the two guys. Is laughing
My
now.
money's on Jim.
The two newest Super Smash Brothers characters, everyone Jim Adler
could play as
and Bill
Jim-
Chuck.
No,
He'd
listen.
be basically a reskin King to Day Day because
and listen. He would not be called Jim Adler. He'd be called what?
El Marquillo Tejano.
It's like, who the hell is this guy? He's like, I will destroy you. And then like,
I really wish everyone could see all the hand motions we're doing right now.
I don't know if-
there's emphasis behind our work.
You can't reach that level of intensity.
Losing viewers. if
that's
we
fine.
actually
Okay,
saw
see,
us.
look now they're hearing your negative attitude and they're leaving. So so when it comes down to we're going back to Call of Duty now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
other shooters. When it comes down to Call of Duty, Modern Warfare was great. The other ones were not so great because they relied on the same mechanics over and over again, except this time, now I have a laser that can go through walls and shit. And while that's cool, it breaks the game. And here's the biggest thing, too, though, is the fact that they focus on this whole high-tech, like, Black Ops 2, we got fucking machines and drones and shit.
Right.
Like, the game is just not appealing. And everyone's like, oh, my God, that's because there's fucking zombies. So why doesn't Call of Duty just buck up and just say,
Call of Duty
ladies and
zombies.
gentlemen, we decided from this point on we're going to leave the shooter world, or at least for the Modern Warfare world, and just focus on zombies because that's the only part that sells our fucking games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really can't say anything against that because when I bought Advanced Warfare, I bought the season pass, and I was like, I could play some zombies, and I enjoyed it way more than I did the actual like competitive multiplayer because the keyword from there was competitive, and I'm like, I'm a fucking schmuck when it comes to these games, So like if I'm playing, it's just like terrible. Like I'm getting killed.
I am so bad at Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I'm bad at everything.
Any of them that I've ever played online, I don't think I've really been like great at. You know?
When it comes down to Call of Duty, there's a simple formula, and that is find
slide
corner
with a shotgun.
slide with a shotgun, or find corner, sit
Drop
down.
shot
Oh,
Yes.
dude.
all the time, all day.
Dude, you know what? I've only
I prefer 360 no scopes.
What
was that one move? Like I think if you jump in the air and press B, you can do like a flying fist down and hit
Yeah,
somebody.
you can do a flying fist in the last game, and you can do some other kind of bullshit in this one. I
Remember
think
when I
also.
hit somebody with that? Like I only did it one time.
Yeah.
Because I stopped playing after like 3 matches because like fuck this game. I jumped up, punched a dude in the face. I was like, yeah, Ronda Rousey. You know, and then Holly Holmes, January 2nd.
Did you really? Did you just? You did.
Yeah. Okay. Look. By the way, I don't want to segue too far away from this again, but it's just so surprising how quickly everyone jumped on the Holly Holm train.
Right.
I
It's
know,
like,
right?
Rousey, you lost. You're
You're a poor sport. You
just
can't
suck.
touch gloves, but you were like loving it when
Seriously,
she
dude.
was talking shit to Moid Flayweather. Let's call it Moid Flayweather.
Dude, if his last name was Flayweather, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Moid Flame.
But then I guess his first name is Moid, so I could probably push him around.
Moid.
My
Probably
name's.
still could. He's like 4 feet tall.
Do you think he ever writes his name out that way?
Moid?
Moid.
I don't think he writes his
he
name.
doesn't know how to write his name.
Right.
And to be clear, we're talking about Moid Flayweather,
Not
to
Floyd
be
Mayweather.
confused with
Floyd
Floyd Mayweather.
who
Who's
can
still-
kick every one of our asses.
Not without legal representation. Fucker,
Now Marquille
So yeah, no, seriously, Ronda Rousey for life. Holly Holm, you were cool, but you only beat her in fucking 5 minutes and 6 minutes and 3 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
I think that Ronda Rousey is a 30-second fighter. Just FYI. Anyway, so yeah, dude, Advanced Warfare was suck. I want to check out the new one. My friend wants me to buy it so bad.
Yeah, as is a couple of mine, but like I always fall in that same trap where it's like, oh man, just get it. We can play. It'll be a good time, and then it's not a good time.
I know. And then what's going to happen is you're going to play with them for like 3-4 days. Plus Fallout. I can't abandon Fallout right now.
Exactly.
The best time I ever had with Call of Duty, right? And me and Justin like to do this because he knows that I don't like to play it online or anything. So normally we'll just split screen it. But what we'll try to do is we'll get in a free-for-all or like a team deathmatch, and we'll put me and him against nothing but bots, right? Difficulty all the way down. Because if the difficulty all the way down, they won't pick up any drops. Like they won't like open the crates to get any weapons.
Yeah.
And our starting weapons will only be throwing knives. One throwing knife. So me and Justin have to go around. We have to like hit them with throwing knives. Once we get a gun, we can like start shooting them in the head. But the thing is, even though they won't take anything from the supply drops, they flock to it.
Yeah.
So it makes it especially challenging. And we just have we have a blast.
We just have a great
We just
time.
have a good old
No, you know what else is really
Blasty
funny?
blast.
What else is really fun is it's kind of like their own little take on Left 4 Dead there. But another really fun thing to do is
I get that.
if you equip just throwing knives and then you just go into a free-for-all match and then just try and peg each other with throwing knives. It's so much fun, especially if someone misses. Now you're relying either, are you going to run and try to grab that throwing knife and have him stab you in the back, or are you going to try to go out like Irish style with 2 knives?
two
know?
knives.
It reminds
yeah.
me of when you used to be able to do like custom Halo matches and have nothing but sticky grenades.
Yes.
Oh yes.
dude,
yes.
dude, best game mode ever in.
Didn't we just call it? Is it a spider?
I something like that because like freaking you guys
Red
know
versus blue.
What we used to do
God
is
bless
we'd
Red
have
versus
we'd get unlimited grenades. And before people playing, and you have 2 people driving the mongoose, 2 people sitting in the back,
Nice.
and you're driving around this open level, and all you're doing is throwing grenades at each other. and the idea is you want to throw the grenade. If you have a sticky grenade, you want to stick them, right? It's a lot harder than it sounds. If you want to have a lot of fun, just use regular frag grenades, and you have to throw it in front of them. So if it blows up just in the
Hope
right
that you
spot,
have the perfect timing.
Perfect timing
blow
is to
them
like
up.
throw.
because you can't cook grenades back in when games are good, you know.
Well, I think you can only cook grenades in Call of Duty still. So
Actually, Killzone Shadowfall lets you do it, and Killzone itself is a cooking grenade
Is
because
that-
it's
is that
a
a cooking
bullshit
grenade?
game.
Grand Theft Auto. You can cook.
you can cook grenades.
You
in
can,
Grand Theft
and
Auto.
also you can.
Because who
you can-
hasn't like led a bunch of cops on a chase and then just like dropped grenades out their window?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
hold it for a
dude,
few
you
seconds.
drop it, and you go fucking in the back view and just see that car just explode.
Yeah.
Or a bike fly off the highway.
What is Grand Theft Auto called in England?
Oh, in England, I heard that they call Grand Theft Auto Steely Wheelie Automobile.
yes, that is correct. I've googled it.
It's an incredible source. We googled it.
The internet cannot be wrong, people.
No, definitely can't. Getting back into, I guess that progressive, kind of thing of like, oh, we started here in World War II. Now we're in like World War X or whatever, in the future. It's kind of like that evolution from GoldenEye to Perfect Dark, and I think that's why people like the newer stuff that comes out. I think that's kind of like the draw on there.
Just the evolutionary
because the
timelines.
revolution of these bullshit guns that you can get, like when you said it breaks the game, but that actually kind of sounds cool.
It does. I made it sound cool. I try to make it sound uncool. But on the inside, I was like, I want to play it.
In Red Faction, you remember that?
Oh,
they did. Yeah,
that was I
good.
loved that game.
Yeah.
We're talking about even throwback shooters too.
Dude,
there were some really bad ones.
Anybody miss the original Medal of Honor?
Dude, Frontline was my jam.
Dude, everyone wanted to do freaking the
Medal of
beach. Everyone loved Normandy.
Yeah, except for the people who were there.
I'm just saying, in the game, you bastard.
Be a little more sensitive.
Yeah, I know. Shit,
Okay,
man.
seriously. Anyway,
Really digging deep. Today.
God, you guys are all dicks. I don't know what
Justin
happened
with
here.
the
It
Blitzkrieg.
was just Veterans Day.
Don't look at me like that, Jared. Jared was in the Air Force for a little while. If I said a little while, what was it, like 5 years, 6 years?
It was 4. But
4 years?
Fair enough.
Okay, so you
But I did some things, seen some stuff.
Played with
That's
radars.
and you can tell because he's getting shorter. I think he might be mutated.
There's a very, very strong possibility.
Right? He
you
was
do
part
grow
of
that
Operation
freakish
Walrus. Operation Human Walrus, right?
No, it was
I'll have a year.
it was on King of the Hill.
King
right?
of the Hill. Wasn't it Operation Human Walrus?
it
They
was-
try they're making them all hairy and stuff.
It was Operation Northern something.
If you guys rip on me like 12 or 13 more times, I'm out of here.
I'll start tallying. Yeah.
Yeah, right. How fast can we do it? I don't know. I don't know.
You do on your
Let me think. Let me think.
Never give me the odds.
Oh, dude.
Star Wars plug.
Okay, so we talked about the shitty games, and I know that Pete just wants to talk about this for 2 reasons. One of them because he feels strongly about it, but also because of the fact that he knows that I can't wait to play it. I can't tell you why, but anyway, Pete, be a dick. Go for it.
All right, so Battlefront,
Oh,
worst fucking Star Wars game they've ever.
Have you played it yet?
All right, let
And
the man speak.
Let me vent about this.
you got to rip on Call of Duty for a while. So.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody
It's not like he
rips on
likes Call of Duty.
but millions of people do.
And millions of people can't be wrong.
Millions of listeners do.
Millions
Oh, you're
of
right,
listeners
because
also
in
like
1942,
Battlefront.
there wasn't a million people who were wrong, right?
I'm gonna rip on Battlefront the same way.
Did you go there again?
I'm fucking Nazis. I'm talking about Nazis.
Pretty sure there's more than a million Nazis.
Oh, man.
Anyway, go for it. God damn, I'm done. I'm done.
Holy Auschwitz.
Wow, you son of a bitch! You took it there. You should have done that. You know what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna have to brain you. Go ahead and go, Jared. Or fucking you. Oh God, you got me so flustered.
All
Go ahead,
right,
go, Pedro.
so
Oh wait, is he starting with Beyblade up? It's like a Beyblade. Let her rip, Jared. Fucking Snidely Whiplash.
Snidely Whiplash is dog.
It's
Oh,
Motley,
man.
man.
Motley, hey, it's fine. Brandon's got that cool mustache you can twist up.
I will be the Snidely Whiplash to your Muttley any day, Jared.
You ever see Wacky Races?
Yeah.
Yeah. This fucking cartoon.
Who
was
didn't watch that? Wasn't Speed Racer in there for some reason?
Everyone was
everyone was
had a
kind
car.
of in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you were drawn by Hanna-Barbera, here you are, and Fred
Yeah.
Flintstone's like, You know?
My favorite was Grape Ape. Because you could say Grape Ape, Grape Ape.
You know, they had to be really careful with his name.
Are you suggesting people called him Rape Ape? At one
I'm
point?
not saying that at all.
We have segued from genocide to rape. People moving on.
Okay, first of all, I was just talking about the wrong ideals. You took it to genocide. I just want that to be perfectly clear. And second of all, I never once said his name could have been or should have been Rape Ape. I'm just saying that when you say his name, you better hope you make sure you put the great part on there, because if you don't, it's not going to be a good show for kids. Anyway, back to your Star Wars bullshit.
Battlefront.
Alright, it's an awful game. There's no secondary pistols. So you can't carry, a blaster in addition to another blaster. I don't like that they only have about 8 maps in the game for $60. $80 if you buy the limited edition. $150 if you buy the Han Solo bullshit. Which, by the way, is only a sticker on a tiny fridge.
Really?
Yeah, there's no texture to it. It has a sticker of Han Solo and carbonate on the front, and then I think like Star Wars on the
Wait,
side.
is it a full
It's
fridge?
a freaking
No,
Frigidaire.
it is a mini fridge. It is like yay big, and you can't see me because you're not, seeing me. listeners.
He's holding his hands.
He's holding hands about this yay big. Think about 4 cans stacked up next to each
or
other.
a $5 foot long.
Yeah, $5.
So a foot.
So literally 8.5
You
inches.
son of a bitch. Oh my god! I can't do this. I can't go ahead.
On top of that, you have the fucking season pass, which is guaranteeing you 4 different characters, I think, is what they said. Maybe about, it's like 4 different characters. And I think variants of the maps that they've already put out. So you're not actually getting anything extra.
You know, I did hear that one of the extra parts that makes it really super exciting to play is one of the new characters is going to be Finn. The
human?
Finn the human. You're right. He's a stormtrooper. And the best part is, well, not the best part, but one of the little hidden Easter eggs they're putting in there is every time someone picks up the hero icon to play as Finn, a little Twitter icon pops up in the right corner, and everyone starts bitching about how there can't be a black stormtrooper.
You get a live feed right inside of your game.
It doesn't make sense. They're clones. And it's like
this item shouldn't even exist in this game,
right? And then you got these people like
entitled 69 at Twitter.
Oh, it's XX 420 Blaze at XX.
Right? Someone posts on there that the Death Star was an inside job. Halliburton knew about Hoth.
Those Bothan spies were part of ISIS.
Somehow Jesse Ventura's tweeting about Star Wars.
Right? He's like, this is actually the place where they took place with that Wampa. And it's like, I don't know what I said there, but all I know is I try to do my best.
Halliburton left the shoot for Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
An inside job.
At FEMA camps. But yeah, no, like for real though. The expand. I don't know, dude. I liked the beta that I had. It was pretty neat.
The beta was good, and it was something that we were talking about that you didn't like from the beta, is that they're dumbing down the gameplay for the actual release. They're making it a lot easier for you to actually play either side.
Yeah.
And to me, that's garbage. And we're talking about modern shooters. You can't get any more modern than that.
It actually took place a long, long time ago.
It did, in a galaxy far, far away. But when you look at, the marketing for the game, they did Battlefront, 1 and 2, but this feels more like Battlefield this year than anything.
But the one thing that I'm really excited to do was just to play as Boba Fett. And I don't want to sound like one of those oh my god, I know 3 Star Wars characters
like
and
Boba
Fett. Yeah, right, like a tryhard. Thank you very much. I don't want to come off as that, but seriously though, I mean, I got a fucking tattoo of Boba Fett, so I mean, I'm in it to win it.
You kind of
he's kind of my favorite character. But
is it on your crack or?
It's actually on the side of my leg, you bastard.
It's not in the sand pit.
Sarlacc pit.
Well, if I'm at the beach, it might be. Anyway, so I mean, the game looks neat, but I got to kind of agree with you. The season pass seems kind of underwhelming, especially the fact that this is exactly what Battlefield Hardline did.
Right.
They don't. They haven't announced all the content, or at least at the time of release. Now they're like, oh, well, we got some other stuff coming out. That's great, but I want to know what I'm buying. Don't make me spend another $60 on this shit.
But I do have it on very good authority, our friend Hunter, that in the game, one of the faces you can choose at the right angle looks like Willem Dafoe. So,
Willem Dafoe as what? A rebel
guy?
guy?
A rebel, right?
I don't know, man. He just said a face.
He's like somewhere.
Doesn't matter. You get to play as Willem Dafoe
at
the right angle.
I guess it really doesn't matter, yeah.
And you can't see him unless you...
And if you don't want to play as Willem Dafoe, he's probably under your bed.
He's always there.
I like my bagels with cream cheese.
Come on, Spider-Man. What's the matter, Peter? You fucking... you piece of shit.
Every character you do is so angry.
Yeah, for real.
You know what?
Like,
there's a lot of repressed character anger. You can't have this many voices inside you without the complaining.
We need to get you help. You just said you have voices inside of you.
I got Billy Crystal. I got John C. Reilly.
Is Billy Crystal in there right now?
You got John Cena.
No, I'll tell you this though. I'm pretty sure I do a pretty fucking awesome Stone Cold Steve Austin The Rock impression.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna do him. Unless you really want me to do him.
Yeah, do him.
What?
Do him.
So
I said no.
I vote no.
Okay,
I mean, you can give us a snippet, but don't do the whole thing.
Wait, don't cut a promo.
Wait, time out. You want me to what, Brandon?
I don't.
It doesn't matter what you want. You know?
Okay, so yeah, anybody can do that.
Okay,
anyone can scream and shake their
Anybody
head.
can scream and shake their head.
Knife hand at you.
What?
Exactly. Okay, yeah. Anybody can do that too. I can make my horse.
You say anyone could do that, boy?
Anybody
I would
can
take
do
it
that,
down
boy.
and stop a mud hole. I can't even fucking do this
Yeah,
anymore.
see.
Okay,
Exactly.
seriously, you got my head there. You got my head there.
A little bit.
You know, you're like Zombie, like the song by the Cranberries. Oh, well,
God.
I'm gonna give you a quarter every time you sing, so I can have you be your jukebox.
People like the Cranberries.
People like the Cranberries?
Yeah.
It's in your head, in your head.
I guess it's like chic
Zombie.
to, like 90s music now if you're a hipster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same reason why so many people who didn't even care about Star Wars 10 years ago automatically bought their tickets to the premiere the night it went out, just so they could say they went to.
You
I'm
crashed
gonna
our servers, you sons.
I am gonna see Star Wars
And
on a
daughters.
matinee
And daughters.
probably a week after it comes out.
Same here.
For one, to save money. Two, I don't want assholes like fucking standing up and cheering, waving their lightsabers every time somebody does a backflip.
Snap.
You're gonna break my
in the middle of a
goddamn
fucking
glasses,
movie.
right?
Exactly.
Okay, look,
People
this is.
Snapchat there in the middle of movies.
I'm sure they will. It's like,
when?
lols at Star Wars, KK. I'm such a nerd.
Hashtag
nerd.
best day of my life.
Oh my god.
No one saw what I
Wait,
did
listen,
there,
listen.
but that's a
That's a
me
hashtag
making a
symbol.
hashtag with my fingers.
But you know, the thing is,
So-
like the good thing about Star Wars is it does bring in a diversified audience, and that's a great thing. But you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, I don't want people taking my Star Wars from me. On the other hand, I'd like to have more people to talk about Star Wars with.
It's very backwoods southern from they took our Star Wars.
And you know, I shouldn't be so salty
There was,
about
by the way,
it.
there was a fist bump right there. That was like the worst fist bump I've ever seen. Go ahead, Brandon.
Thank you for that interjection.
Smell like Welch's because you're so jelly, man.
Wow.
You know what? Of all the flavors in the world, you choose to be salty.
You know, they say the Dead Sea is the saltiest body of water on Earth, second only to your bitch ass.
disgusting.
What was I saying? Oh, yes. I'm just secure in the fact that I know, like, I shouldn't be so salty at people that jumped on the Star Wars bandwagon because, you know, even though to us, like,
We were the same thing. I guess
we
I'd
weren't
say.
there.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I know
know.
we weren't there when the Star Wars came out in the 70s. Our parents were there, and my dad and mom were like, oh, yeah, it was really cool when it came out, you know, whatever.
I'm like, oh, whatever. It's just another space movie.
We remember getting the
George
original
Lucas.
trilogy on cassette, like the fucking full screen,
Oh man, I did. too,
non-director's
yeah.
cut, like
I still have that.
Back when Han shot first.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and you know, not saying that devalues anyone else's, but I think a lot of people just try really hard and maybe weren't even Star Wars fans or open Star Wars fans in high school because let's face it, being a nerd now is a fad. Being a nerd in high school when we were in high school was not cool.
Was not cool.
You know?
Oh, dude, seriously.
Jared probably got picked on a lot for his Naruto back then.
Naruto wasn't
My
back in the
brother
day.
had a Naruto jacket.
To be fair, it was a Naruto lunchbox.
Naruto?
Was I saying it wrong?
And
Naruto?
No.
and
Naruto.
anyway,
No, Naruto.
Well, yeah, listen,
you
no,
know
listen,
what?
it wasn't
All I
a-
wanted was for Senpai to notice me. Everybody back off.
Did
It
he ever
wasn't-
notice you?
No.
Did she ever notice you?
It wasn't really the lunchbox. It was the fact that when he was walking to class, he was fucking doing jutsus and shit.
The
Hey,
facts.
you know what? Just because
Fuck you, man.
I spent enough time reading to know what they were doing.
Didn't you get drunk and try to airbend once?
I tried to earthbend.
was
Thank
Earth-
you very
yeah,
much.
Earth-
That's
I was-
pretty cool.
But yes,
I think everybody's tried to do that at one time.
I definitely shook the ground, so I think I made some progress.
No, you were shaking.
Oh, that might be true as well.
You didn't shake the earth.
You
it
ever notice
shook
how
you.
things look like they're shaking if you move your head?
But you know, I think that going back to the Star Wars thing, it wasn't easy back when we were kids, when we were younger. And there is a part of me that believes wholeheartedly, and I was actually thinking about this on a different subject.
Right.
But you know, when we were kids, things were different, and now they're different for kids nowadays. So it's still though it's really difficult for you to say, you know, like. You didn't grow up with this shit. You didn't have to go through what I did. How dare you think that you
Had
know
to
what I
walk
know?
15 miles at a matinee to watch
In the snow,
Uphill both ways.
I had to rewind the whole 2.5-hour movie just to watch it
So I
again.
can watch it again.
You know,
boy.
but like the thing is like these. I don't know. It's a bittersweet kind of thing. It's great again that people are getting the Star Wars and that they're picking up this new, this great movie that I've always felt has been a big part of my identity, and then.
But there's kind of like this newfound appreciation out in the world now.
There
for Star
is
Wars.
and there isn't, you know, and the biggest part, I'm going to bring this up because this needs to be talked about. This is a very important subject.
What's that?
the goddamn crossed lightsaber is totally a possibility.
I think it looks cool as shit.
First of all, it looks cool as shit. You don't know how lightsabers are constructed, okay? You don't know how the focusing crystals will fucking work, and either do I in this particular build. So all I'm saying, I'm calm down now. All I'm saying is,
loud, man.
what's going on? I can't believe I said that. No, the thing is like.
Yeah, it became a whole thing. It was just something for Reddit.
And the same thing for the
It
whole,
was,
like, it can't be a black stormtrooper. Like, are you serious?
Reddit.
Also.
Fucking, do you see,
Also
Reddit?
Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the Chan had something to do with that, too.
No, I was on 4chan at that time, man. It was
Let's
fine.
let's not get into the Chan, gentlemen. Let's not get into the
The
Chan.
cesspool of the internet.
Yeah, it's like, that's like,
They really don't need a bump, you guys.
that's the toilet of the toilet.
Pretty sure they do.
But I still won't go. I still go there. But it's just like one of those things. Like it's stupid. Like I have to share this. I have to share this movie with those people.
Well, I mean, if I could...
Wait,
wow.
you talking about Nerf herders?
Wow,
You can't
our
say
word.
that.
Talking about Bantha Poodoo.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean, we people?
Oh.
Fucking Watto. Anyway,
Was
no.
that French or Italian? I don't
Oh,
know.
that was the little
Ask-
Spock
ask-
guy.
I know. But
Ask
like,
Watto because I don't know what he was. And when the movie came out, everyone's like, okay. So when the first movie came out,
Me so sorry for Blocky.
Misa so PC.
yeah, well, see, the Gungans were seen as racist, and then Watto was seen as racist.
And so were the chancellors, the viceroys.
Oh, the viceroys are going.
Oh,
They're not toy. How's it going?
match for the cause.
They come back to the dog
Where's Guitaro's samurai when you need him?
So, all I'm saying is, but
that's my favorite part of the movie.
right.
Everybody
Viceroys.
loved about like the prequel movie or Phantom Menace. Like it was just so fucking ridiculous.
Okay, but here's
The
listen.
best, obviously, the charm of the Phantom Menace was the fight with Darth Maul.
Oh, absolutely.
It was great, and Liam Neeson. It's got
And
Liam
Duel
Neeson.
of
But-
the Fates.
The first movie to me, there's a lot of parts that I like about it, but when it comes down to it, really, Darth Maul is the biggest reason I want to watch that movie. The second one and third one are pretty forgettable. Everyone's like, oh my god, but Count Dooku. I call him Dooku because he's a loser, right?
I Count Dooku is my favorite Sith guy.
Really?
So
What's
really your favorite Sith guy? Because
really
the internet, they love Jar Jar.
Yeah, apparently
It's like 100%
Again.
like their Sith god.
according
right
to
now.
Reddit.
Again, according
Oh,
to
but see,
Reddit.
this is another
Hey,
thing. though.
wait, Justin. They have links to GIFs. Sorry, GIFs.
They have proof in the
So
pudding.
they have proof. So that's the whole thing. Is like so he can do a backflip. So he's a Jedi. No, more specifically, he's a Sith.
You know what?
Playing the whole thing.
he is
man.
he is very fueled by his emotions, so that would make some sense.
Well, hate's not one of them.
Yeah, because he's
It's just
kind
Well,
of
maybe he hates the core.
Better be dead out here than dead in the core. No,
Yeah.
but I bet you what it is though, is he's so. Maybe he just hides his anger really well.
who Jar
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 Jar.
Binks.
Yeah.
Don't fuel this bullshit.
I don't believe it at one bit. I'm pretty sure it's pretty stupid. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure one of the biggest parts about the Star Wars prequels that people had a problem with was the fact that they some of the stories didn't make sense. But at the same time though,
Son.
Like General Grievous having asthma.
Well, it's because Obi-Wan Kenobi crushed his lungs.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, but he's also
He's a robot.
he's not a robot.
He got organs.
He's a Sibber.
A Seaberg.
Well, I don't know, dude. Like, I like the prequel movies, and I think the reason I liked them was because of the fact they were Star Wars. I don't really like anything specifically about them. I think there's only 2 parts in every movie I like, but I like more of the shit that you didn't see. Like
Clone Wars.
Republic Commandos was great, and
Oh,
Clone
yeah.
Wars the show was great.
Jendy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars specifically. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was
Nice
probably
name drop.
Yeah, that was the best Star Wars experience you could get as
because
a kid.
they had, dude, it was the wipes were just like Star
Yeah,
Wars.
they really stayed true to like some of the cinematography.
And then, when they do the whole, they do the drastic changes from an arid desert, do the wipe, and it goes to space, you see a ship flying.
just amazing.
And then all those people, I don't remember their names, are talking.
Yeah. the reason like I like to bring that up is because like Lucas got so like I guess like offended that people like that so much. I guess they planned something where they were gonna release it on like Blu-ray or some bullshit, and then he's like, "Yeah, no, we're gonna buy all the rights to that, so we can't release it."
Yeah, but he's
What?
also the same guy who like bought he bought the rights to the toys and then hoarded that shit.
He did.
You know, and then he's like, "You want a Luke toy? It costs you $20." And it's like,
He's got all the unopened Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. He's got the charred remains.
He's got the blue milk with it.
oh, dude.
He's got a figurine of that other droid that was almost bought, but they didn't.
They called him spare parts.
My brother made a joke because he's watching Star Wars on Saturday, and he texts me. He's all like, "Oh man, if we see like Star Wars at the draft house, there better be some fucking blue milk." Like it comes out of the menu.
You know what, dude? Like, what if I can go to the midnight, the actual movie, which I think we're actually in the talks with Alamo City Draft House to see if they can get us in.
Okay.
Maybe not to actually do an episode during the show because that'd be ridiculous.
That would be.
But
amazing,
you know what's going to
though.
happen is I'm going to have to bump into someone and I'm going to have to say, "I don't like you."
I don't like you either.
Insert terrible Star Wars joke.
Okay, so you think it was terrible, and I'm giddy on the inside. So go shut up.
So
I didn't want to curse anymore.
Where do I have to go for that?
Go to the outside.
Go to the outside.
God dang it! I watched that damn movie home.
You know, and I guess we've been talking about like I guess what gives you the entitlement to be like, "Oh, this is my Star Wars."
You know, and that's really kind of like. I don't know, dude. Like, I think what it comes down to is, again, one of those things that when you grow up with something, it becomes something that belongs to you.
I think what it is what we're all kind of realizing here is that it has been such a generational gap. This entire series has gone over. You know what I mean? Just like I'm sure Doctor Who. I'm sure there are a lot of fans of like the original, the early seasons because they saw either when they aired or they were younger when they saw it and everything. So they have that attachment to them. And to us, even though we weren't around in the 70s when Star Wars first came out, it got real big again in the 90s.
In the 90s,
with the original
yeah.
trilogy, that was when they first released the trilogy box set.
Right.
And it was big. It kind of got this kind of push like it did now, but didn't have the internet to fuel it.
Right.
Now the internet is controlling everything.
Oh,
And
for
the
sure.
social media controls everything. So there's really these 3 big pieces now to this Star Wars puzzle. We were in high school when I think the last Star Wars original trilogy or the prequel trilogy
came out.
when the third one came out.
Yeah.
When I think I was a senior. So, I mean, it really is divided that way, and some people are going to be like us. We're kind of like, we see all these younger millennials that are really huge into the original series. And they're like, oh yeah, the original series is better. Even though we agree, we're like, you don't get to say that.
You don't get to
What
say
makes
that.
us entitled to say that? You know,
Because every generation has a story.
every generation has a
Well-
story. You get to keep your shitty prequel trilogy. You leave ours alone.
I don't know. I think that I want to say. I think it's because we have a bit of the whole Brian Williams in us when we believe we were there. You know, the fact of the matter is, like,
I was there.
I was there.
I was not.
Yeah, it's fine. No, but you know, like
That look in your eyes, he's like, I might have been, but I wasn't.
they're shooting laser RPGs at us.
Laser snipers.
in my world vertibird. You know, so like.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I think what it comes down to again is just one of those things that it's a generational gap. It makes you believe that you're entitled to more of this. You're more entitled to be right when it comes down to it.
Right.
And it's not necessarily the case because, as we know, there's some kids out there like I used to be okay, passable at chess, and there's kids out there who are like literally a quarter of my age who are geniuses with that stuff.
Well, Bobby Fischer was before you also, so.
He beat the Russians. That's what counts.
Yeah, see, I'm sure if I would have picked up chess, he would like get away from my chessboard, you knave. You know, he wasn't
knave.
He wasn't that old.
Cur.
You cur.
Yeah,
But-
well, in the 60s weren't that far away.
Like, I haven't heard that word cur since like freaking Oblivion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I always thought it was like some racist ass shit.
I know, I did too. Like,
What is he saying? Cur? Is he saying curd?
Curd? Am I a cheese curd? Is he gonna make poutine out of me?
No.
Shout out to
Sounds
Canada.
delicious.
And like the northeast United States,
I don't think they eat poutine.
they do eat poutine.
They
did they eat
eat
poutine there?
Yeah, do like Buffalo, New York?
Or did they eat pootie?
Yeah, that's the
If
one.
you guys are making poutine jokes,
Poutine! That was a
We rented a copy of what we thought was Poontang.
Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang, there, Poontang. Different movie. Way different movie. Anyway. Oh, I think it's almost time.
The racism's
Because,
flowing
like,
out.
I really... First of all, shut your fucking mouth. Oh, you made me curse again. Damn it. Damn it.
There it is again.
I think what it comes down to is we really, really moved away from the shooters because I think Star Wars is a way more interesting topic.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go off the cuff.
Well, we kind of said everything we needed to say. Call of Duty sucks.
Star Wars is great.
Battlefront sucks.
Maybe we can spend just a few minutes talking about some of our favorite shooters. They don't have to be recent. You know, let's talk about the shooters that did stuff right. You know, because I'm going to go back to Red Faction. Because we've all played it, I'm sure. Jarrod, have you played Red Faction?
I have.
So, wasn't it like the first game with like destructible environments?
One of them, yeah.
That was cool.
Where you can pretty much build, like, if you get yourself some C4, you can't go to the end of the level or anything like that. Although, if you have an overview of the map and a pretty good imagination, I'm sure you could.
Sure you could.
But, yeah, no, Fred Faction was awesome. Fred Faction.
Fred Faction. I'd play that one.
Fred Action. That one.
Yabba dabba boom!
It's like
Wow.
Well,
Good job.
Well said.
I'm really impressed.
Well,
No, you know what?
How does it feel knowing that we have to like stop and congratulate you when you make a good joke?
No, I think Fred Action would be like a spin-off of Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry.
Leisure Shoot, Larry?
Oh my God!
it's another
We're coming
shooter.
up with a new shooter. Leisure Shoot.
We got Fred Action.
He shoots lasers. Oh my God, lasers!
Oh my god.
Anyway,
we have
so
gone off the deep end.
one of the best shooters I've ever played, though. I don't know, dude. Like it. I think that the one game that I will always go back and play.
Gunstar Heroes. No, just
I mean, technically was a shooter, but more of a platform.
Pretty dope,
right?
though.
Pretty dope. Shout out to Gunstar Heroes. You can't even hear me. You're a game. But I would say like, one of my favorite shooters out there is probably got to be the original Killzone, dude. It was
Yeah.
neat. It was a neat spin on.
wasn't it like one of the like launch titles for the PS3?
It was.
PS2?
PS2.
Was it PS? Oh
Yeah, Killzone. So it's funny because
I'm thinking of a different game. I'll remind you when I remember.
Probably.
No, you're probably thinking of Killzone because it was a launch title for
No,
PS3 as well.
are you talking about the ones where you fight the chimeras and shit?
Yes.
Oh, that was what was that game?
That was that awful.
God awful. Like God
Resistance.
Resistance. It's
Yeah.
like it's World War II and these aliens came down, but we have better guns now. You know, and the controls were shit. On a PS3 launch title, you'd think they would have gone with traditional control styles, and granted, you could change them in the menu, but then it also changed the buttons, and it just didn't feel organic. So,
It was also super slow, if I remember correctly.
oh yeah, dude, seriously.
I tried to play the first one. I couldn't get through it, so I tried to play the second one. And I'm like, this is a lot better, but I didn't finish it.
Well, you know what? Pacing was really shitty on those games. The first one, like you said, it took forever to get anywhere
Back to
good.
shitty shooters.
And then finally, you go fight the first big boss, and then things start to pick up a little bit. The second one, you fight a whole bunch of small chimera, and you're like, hey, this is pretty easy. And all of a sudden, like, fucking giant enemy coming at you with miniguns, and you're like, oh, I can't do shit.
Big green monster kind of syndrome on the video games.
But you know, I still Killzone 1 and Killzone 3 favorite shooters. Killzone 2 was bullshit. Killzone Shadowfall follows in suit to that bullshit. I can only imagine if they make another game, maybe it'll be good because I seem to be going every odd game is better.
I'm surprised you haven't said anything about Gears of War.
Well, technically, Gears of War wasn't really necessarily a shooter as much. I mean, it was still technically.
Everyone already knows Gears of War is one of the greatest games of all time. So we don't even have to
Yeah,
mention
we
it.
didn't have to.
I was gonna say,
reiterate
cover
that.
shooter.
I wasn't a fan, but
Really?
we'll move past that.
It's over the shoulder, just grindhouse.
Get out. No,
You're no longer welcome in my home.
Gears of War 1 was pretty awesome. Gears of War 2, I think they did the best job with the cover system. And then Gears of War 3, vaya con Dios, Dom. I just did the Catholic cross. I don't go to church very often.
How did you not like Gears of War 3?
No, I loved it. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying,
we
like,
were paying our condolences to Dom.
dude, seriously.
And what made it even worse was that me and Justin played Gears of War. We played all three of them when they came out. We made sure that
You
we
didn't play the
played.
third one with me?
Yes, I did. Oh, I remember. Yes. And then Dom died, and I was like, "Well, what do I do?" And then it just made me play as Baird, and I was like, "Oh, what's a Baird?"
Baird
shout
is
out to the
smart
Tank
ass.
Man.
It is.
Shout
Dude,
out to Tank
Yeah,
Man.
I was upset.
Well, dude, because Dom, there's a lot of shit Dom went through, dude.
There was too many feels in that game, and then for it to like kind of culminate, it's like I could see him like just fucking saying,
You know,
"Fuck
you know what?
it."
The
Yeah.
worst part is like in Gears of War 1, it's like, oh, hey, Marcus, your dad's dead. He's like, what? my dad's dead, and then like, my Maria's still alive somewhere. It's like, shut up, Dom, my dad's dead. And then,
How do they all stay so jacked when like food and water?
dude,
was
seriously,
scarce?
where are you getting your fucking gains, bro?
Yeah, they were getting supplements and lifting concrete.
What they
blocks
didn't
or
show is between every chainsaw rip, Marcus Phoenix was just like, "Oh, yeah, baby," just fucking shooting the steroids.
They're milking bulls over at like the cog.
something. They were Brahmin.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
why they were
They're-
drinking mutated Brahmin milk.
Yeah.
That's it. Cross. They made it.
We'll go ahead and
we
call
just
it milk if you want.
Yeah,
crossed
we can call it
over.
milk. Yeah.
They're taking straight up shots of bull
Oh.
semen, not like shots like shots. I'm taking
Ooh, yeah.
they, in the cream of the crop.
That was your Macho Man.
That was mine.
And you give him shit about his Billy Crystal.
But you know, Gears of War was a pretty fantastic series, too, right? See, this is what you get. One more good shooter. We need. Don't. I swear to God, if you see Destiny, I will slap the shit out of you.
God.
I'm gonna stand by
Me?
Counter Strike's.
That's exactly where I was about to go. I remember sitting, and Brandon probably remembers this too. And a friend of ours, he had this old like garage that he had like 4 CRT computers.
Yeah, this is bad.
And we would just stay at his house all weekend.
So
and play
we would just LAN
Counter-Strike.
party. Was like
So-
it was Counter Strike. We played Medal of Honor. We played
Soldier of
Soldier of
Fortune.
Fortune.
Oh, Soldier of Fortune.
Yeah,
is a good
which
Soldier
is-
of Fortune 2 double helix when you can actually slice faces up. and
Yes.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that
Yeah, I was
sick.
like, oh,
So-
Mom would never
Half-Life
let me
2.
play this.
Yeah, we would
Oh.
sneak into the garage and do things we weren't allowed to do
Half-Life 2,
that
yeah.
were
Half-Life
legal.
2.
Dude, when you just said we snuck into the garage and did things we weren't allowed to do, it comes off as a little gay.
Right?
Not that there's
Well,
anything wrong with
I
it.
No,
think Jarrod-
absolutely not.
I think Jared likes bulls.
Brahmin. You like Brahmin?
I don't like men.
So you're telling me that Counter Strike would be your vote for like one of the best shooters?
One of the best
absolutely.
shooters of all time? Absolutely.
Is there enough space for me to move this shit and so I can shit on the table? Because that was seriously maybe earlier Counter Strike, but this whole Counter Strike
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's
Okay.
1.6.
Just making sure we're talking about 1.6.
Yeah.
Because this is new stuff like, I got a new camouflage for my knife I paid $40 for.
Well, maybe you
It's
could, get good, and then you could talk shit about it.
Look, here's the thing. Fuck CSGO. That's all I'm gonna say. Seriously, Justin. It's one of those things where someone's like, you gotta creep around and not move at all, and then you gotta wait for someone to come around the corner, and then fucking help you hit him.
What is it they said when we went to PAX? We were at that panel and he said that Counter Strike is just a head clicking simulator. All it is.
It is.
He's like, objectively, there's not really skill so much involved as in who can click on a head faster.
You can click on it.
It's a Twitch shooter.
Yeah.
It's like
So is every other shooter when you think about it.
well, when you play competitively, yes, you're probably correct.
Every other shooter.
Except, so here's the thing: when you have maps that are big, the game changes. War always changes.
War never
Okay.
changes.
War never
changes.
changes.
Anything I
Listen to
learned.
me. Podcasting changes, and so does war. You said
Podcasting
it.
never changes.
Go eat a Brahmin. Anyway, so look. All I'm saying is this:
Brahman.
when you're playing like Battlefield, for example, those long range games, it's not just oh shoot, because you have to take your time. I'm saying you're right though. In those
You have
small
to take
arena
your time
shooters,
walking to be twitchy.
The awkward
okay,
silence. in the
Battlefield
room right
4
now.
was fine.
When you get into Battlefield 3 in the Metro, and I think they brought that back in 4 probably, more than likely. No. You're fucking wrong.
Is there any doubt that there was something wrong with their netcode? No, there was not any doubt. But I will also say that I have had some of the best times on a shooter in Metro, and you could say what you
He's
want.
got some fond memories of Metro.
You could say what you want to say.
Not the game, we're talking about the map.
Actually, the Metro was pretty good.
Metro
too.
is good though.
Metro was fan, and I never played all the way to the last slide. I regret that. I sold that game before I gave it back. Before I got to play it.
You sold it before you gave it back? What a
Yeah, it's
dick.
weird, right?
He sold the game, gave the case back to his friend, said, okay, I'll change my number, by the way. He drove off.
Hey, dude, possession is 9/10 of the law. No,
That's why your friend from Sprint now owns your copy of Rise.
God damn it, Chris Roberts. So I don't know, dude. Like, there's a lot of great shooters out there. There's a lot of bad shooters, and there's also Star Wars. We've talked a lot about. There's one last thing we should talk about real quick. We're not going to talk about it in depth because I don't think we have the time for it. What are you guys looking forward to the most for next weekend? And by the way, we're going to have another episode next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
We're going to be talking about Black Friday specifically, but I just want to ask you guys, what is the one thing you guys are looking to walk away with?
TV, that's for sure.
TV?
TV. I want a TV that doesn't have like a giant dark spot in the upper left hand
That
corner.
I caused when I fell asleep watching Netflix?
No, it wasn't you.
Wasn't me?
It wasn't you.
Okay, I'm glad it wasn't me.
No.
Pete?
Really, I have no game plan for Black Friday, which is good because I usually just kind of just go and like get the scavenge stuff, after everybody's done with it.
He just kind of creeps in and gets all the oven mitts that are 10 cents.
Yeah, I
Dude,
try to be sensible. with my
$4
purchase.
toasters.
What you do
$4
is
toasters.
$3 Ramon Ayala CDs.
you wait.
Yeah, exactly.
You wait for that old lady to catch an elbow and steal shit. It's
Yeah.
just, What about you, Jared?
I'm actually the thing that I'm looking to pick up Black Friday really isn't even Black Friday related because they're not doing a special on it. But I'm looking forward to getting a new 3DS XL, specifically because
How
I
many
have
of those
Amiibos.
do you need?
I was gonna trade in the old one for
Oh
the
my
new one.
god.
You gotta have the new one with the Zelda thing on
Right,
it.
it's
I
Zelda.
guess.
I have the Zelda Amiibos.
It's got the gold.
Wait,
Oh!
wait, so you have Zelda Amiibo, so you're telling me you wasted money?
Ooh.
Mm.
That's
I feel like my purchase was justified. And
So all those little toys on your desk are just bullshit then?
Boom! They're in a bag. They're not even on my desk anymore.
Why are they in a bag?
Eat a
Why are they
dick.
in a bag?
oh, because he hasn't reorganized his
He
desk.
hasn't
yet.
reorganized your
Because
desk.
I'm
But
not going to put them on there.
I think to answer your question for all of us, except for maybe you, because I think you said, but I'm just looking forward to not working on Black Friday for once.
As am I.
high
And I know
five.
you guys signed up for work.
Well, he didn't sign up for work.
I did sign up for it. I did
So
sign
here's the
up
thing.
for it.
I'm not going to get it probably because I don't think they're going to try to pay me overtime. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I did sign up to work overtime.
It will for y'all. It's a different thing because you can get overtime when you work that day. With me, I'm still in retail, and getting a Black Friday off is
It's
tough.
seriously, it's
But
a
It's a
unicorn.
blessing.
in the job that I do at my store. There's not much need for cell phone
If
repair.
you bring your phone in to get fixed on Black Friday,
You are the worst
seriously?
kind of human being.
You are
Yeah.
the worst kind of human.
Go
Wait
out there,
the day
hug your
after.
kids. Someone's gonna get trampled. Like
Wow.
For some
Yeah, you're right.
Jordans.
for some, but I do like the way that a lot of places are doing it now.
Oh,
where
shoes! That's what I want.
You can get some shoes.
Get some
You can
shoes.
get some Air Force
Wait, so-
Ones.
So are you going to go to the mall to get shoes?
I'm literally not gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna go to Zoomies over in the fucking the quarry. That's
There's a Zoomies in the quarry.
there's a Zoomies in the
When
quarry.
the hell did that happen? I worked there for 3 years.
Years ago?
What?
Is it? Wait, maybe it's not.
There's
Yeah,
no
it is a
Zoomies
Zoom.
there.
No, it's
No,
gotta be.
There's a
Zoom.
skate shop
There's
across
the
street
closest
from
thing they have to a Zoomies is a Lou Casey.
No,
Which sells,
no,
like,
yeah,
I can see it.
$3,000.
Luke Casey, Zoomies. Sounds
Yeah,
very
yeah.
similar.
no. There's definitely it's either Zoomies or
There's a Rack Room Shoes.
not a Rack Room
Um,
shoes.
there's
It's a
a-
skateboard shop because they sell decks and stuff.
Old
like that.
Navy.
Oh, that's not Zoomies. Then it's just like it's called like Wheels and More and some shit.
No.
I shit you not. It's some little shitty skate shop. I won't say shitty.
How
I
long
haven't
has it
been
been
there.
since you've been to the quarry?
Yeah,
You know it's like super bougie now, right?
yeah, I haven't.
It's like
been there.
California Pizza Kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
California Pizza Kitchen.
They
Yeah,
have
pizza.
Whole Foods.
We
there,
have
I
we
think.
have frozen yogurt.
Yeah, there's the Whole Foods.
Yeah,
there's the
they
Lou
do.
Casey, which I mentioned.
There's Lou Casey.
Nordstrom when they got rid of the fucking.
You want to go get a sandwich and walk around Nordstrom's? So from Starbucks
From Panera.
Dude, right?
I want to give a shout out though to the Amy's ice cream that's there at the quarry.
Is it still there?
Yes.
Yes.
And they make the people who work there, they get to make up like their own concoctions and they'll name them different things. And they had the Handsome Jack,
They also
nice.
had
the Gallarhorn.
the Gallarhorn, which was delicious, by
It
the
was.
way.
It was
If they
really
still make it, go to Amy's Ice Cream,
Hey.
get yourself a Gallarhorn.
Did it taste overpowered until you got later on?
Yeah,
into
then they
the
came out
cone?
with year 2 ice cream. It wasn't good anymore.
It wasn't as good.
I think the one thing I'm looking forward to get on Black Friday is just some more games. Obviously, I'm gonna probably see if they have any good Blu-rays. I don't have any Blu-ray collection.
Maybe if you don't work, you should spend some time getting good at Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it should really get good.
You know, it's funny. Like every single time I look at my Steam library and I see CS:GO, I'm like, maybe I can get on there. But I'm also thinking maybe I can just also drop my nuts in a blender too. I mean, whatever. So
that blender well is way too deep for your nuts.
not if it's hot outside. So one last thing. I think that this is kind of wrapping up the show. I appreciate this. Actually, been a little bit longer episode than normal, but we had 4 people.
I think we're doing good.
I think we're right on time, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in either case, thank you
Go
very much
fuck
for listening.
yourself.
If you shut the fuck. If you listen to the whole thing, I appreciate dealing with our bullshit. Real quick, want to go ahead and throw a shout out to our friend Tabby Rodriguez. She is. Go ahead, Jerry.
Tabby Rodriguez, everybody, graphic designer, really great person. She's helping us out with some logos and some designs. You guys will see those, in the coming weeks.
You can look her up on Facebook. Does she have her own Facebook page already?
Yeah,
Radiofonix.
her own Facebook, her own. She's got a place where she sells her shirts and stuff online. Check it out. It's called Radiofonix Apparel. That's
Super cool name.
We'll put a link.
Radiofonix.
You know how to spell it out. We'll put a link.
Radiofonix. So we'll put a link in there. Just make sure you check her out. She's like I said,
You want to spell it again?
she's been designing some stuff for us, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it.
Dude, seriously, she has like some of the coolest ideas ever, and I think that originally, I think all of us agreed that we want to make sure we stay in San Antonio. But Tabby's a good friend of ours, and you know what? She makes some great stuff. So I think in this one case, we're gonna go ahead and make an exception for a pretty awesome chick. So that's all I got.
That's all I got. Poop face.
Oh God. What about you, C3 Weibo?
Nothing here. Konnichiwa.
I'm Brandon.
All right, guys. I'm Justin.
I'm Pete.
This is Jared.
I'm not saying it again.
Thank you very much for listening. You have yourself a good night.
Adios.
Oh.